As I stated last week, there has been a bit of a cold snap, not just where we live. I mean that the free agent market has been more or less a winter wasteland for the past 2.5 months. Many players remain unsigned even at this late juncture. Those who did sign have done so at far less value and years that people thought they would get. I'm going to talk about how I think this will be fixed and how I feel that should happen. Because there's 4 things that are holding up the market right now. Well, 2 actually, but 4 in total. Because you have the best outfielder on the market in Bryce Harper, the best infielder on the market in Manny Machado, one of the 2 best starting pitchers that were on the market this year, Dallas Keuchel, and the best closer on the market, Craig Kimbrell, all unsigned. And these names are the ones that are holding up the markets of guys like Gio Gonzalez, Adam Jones, all the second tier and third tier free agents that would be filled once these top guys are signed. So I'm going to go from bottom to top, from the least hyped to the most hyped of the guys, and where I think we'll play. First one, and the hardest actually to place, is Craig Kimbrell. Because honestly, if this was a perfect world, he'd go back to his team, the Boston Red Sox. However, the Red Sox have shown an extreme, unusual amount of financial restraint. And honestly, the rest of the closer market has moved on without him so far. Our teams that have bullpens that they're pretty good depth-wise, but they could deal with a much better closer anchoring their bullpen. And you're going to hear a lot about the White Sox and Phillies because they're basically connected to all the remaining free agents that I'm talking. Next up, Dallas Keuchel, and he's a bit of an enigma because teams like the Reds, the Phillies, the Yankees, before they went and got their depth in the rotation sorted out, while they made good fits on paper, in actuality it wouldn't work out. All those teams play in bandbox type ballparks, and Keuchel is a very much fly ball-ish pitcher, meaning that it would be a bad matchup for all parties involved. At this point, a reunion with the Astros seems the most likeliest cause. So that's where I think he'll sign, and now let's get to Manny Machado, aka Not Johnny Hustle. One of the more fascinating developments I've noticed regarding him is that it feels like his market is kind of hung up on a guy who's not even a free agent this year. Nolan Arenado of the Colorado Rockies, the best defensive third baseman in the majors right now and one of the best players in all of MLB, is a free agent next year. And some teams like the Yankees, it looks like they're holding a preference to go for the 6-time Gold Glove and top 5 MVP type player that Arenado is. However, very recently, it looks like the Rockies and Arenado are engaged in extension talks. And if he's taken off the market, suddenly there's no backup plan for those teams. But while I think that the Yankees could be a good fit for Machado, I feel that the best fit for Manny Machado is a team that has only been connected to him on the fringes, the Mets. Signing Manny Machado would be an instant upgrade for the Mets. Not only in the lineup where the team saw a dreadful .240 average and .312 on-base percentage as a unit, but also at third and shortstop where production over the last couple years has been middling at best and dreadful at worst. And now, finally, to the last free agent to talk about, Bryce Harper. For teams like the San Francisco Giants, who have recently very much been connected with him, and the Philadelphia Phillies, who have been connected to him all off-season, it would be an instant upgrade to a mediocre outfield unit. However, Bryce Harper wants to set a record. He wants to beat Giancarlo Stanton's $320 million of guaranteed money. And what better way, in my opinion, especially at this late juncture in the offseason, Harper would slide into left field where he will give Brett Gardner, in my opinion, a much-needed role change as a 4th outfielder to keep everyone rested. He would be an imposing figure in the lineup and a much-needed left-handed bat in a righty-dominated. The aforementioned Gardner and Aaron Hicks, the current center fielder, are both free agents after this coming season. But those are my thoughts. Joe, what do you think? Am I going completely bonkers this time, or do any of my opinions actually have merit? I'll see you guys next time in the next video.